Okay, so I was watching the fan club's video earlier on reimagining Power Rangers, and shout out to him because he said some things that really made me think that I think either Fox or some other TV network that is not like Nickelodeon, that doesn't really care about the brand, which has kept this franchise alive, if you were to continue to go back to adapting Sentai that was not adapting the Power Rangers in the first place. Like, some are skippable and some are pretty much adaptable if you create original stories. You can still do that in today's day and age, but if you're going to do it, you're going to have to do it right. Don't just stick to the same formula for past 31 years. You know, as far as like writing bad episodes and filler episodes and whatnot, we don't want that anymore. We want something new and fresh, something serialized, something serious, and something dark. Because darker TV shows attract those that want good television quality content. If you could do that with Power Rangers when bringing it back on TV with Jonathan and Twistle, I believe 9 times out of 10 this is going to end up being back to the way it was before. But the guy that wrote a message to Hasbro saying that how even though they had one job, that they had all of the opportunities to like adapt more Sentais that were not adapting the Power Rangers. And he went on to criticize them for their poor ways of handling the brand, how you gave up Power Rangers, you ruined everyone's childhood, you ruined the brand, you killed Power Rangers and all that crap. Like, to me, there are some things that I agree with the brother about not caring about the Power Rangers in terms of like not trying your best, in terms of like the toy qualities and the Lightning Collection, the Zap projects, and the weapons role-playing games and stuff. But to me, it's all about the Power Rangers content in terms of like TV shows and movies and whatnot. Yeah, you've given us Beast Morphers once and always, both seasons of Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury, but I feel like it wasn't enough for me, in my opinion. And yes, Hasbro did messed up by having Cosmic Fury be 10 episodes instead of 20. That was what Sama Ben and them originally was going to do it. But Hasbro said, no, give us 10. That's what we ordered. Give us what we want. And to top it all off, they couldn't even give Netflix a Power Rangers reboot that they promised. So now they're going to have to find other networks that can take Power Rangers and bring the reboot to life. And so another interesting club was talking about is, if you want Hasbro or any toy company to bring back Power Rangers as far as like making bad quality toys and adapting Sentais with the cheesy one-liners and fillers and writing bad episodes, like, you're putting them back to square one. It's like, do you even want the same thing to continue forever? Because personally, I really don't want to see that happening, because I want to see Power Rangers evolve. Like how they was 31 years ago when the show first came out. Like, the Rainies were through the roof. Everyone loved the Power Rangers, not just the kids, but you got some teenagers that were in commercials when it comes to video games and making messages, teaching kids not to do this and that in school. And yet you got soccer moms and the original Karens of the 90s having problems with the show and want it toned down. The same reason why they got mad at Lord Zed for being terrifying, which is he was supposed to be, but he got toned down because of the complaints. And now he became the most comedic villain in later season 2 and season 3, all the way up to In Space. But in Cosmic Fury and Dino Fury, they brought Lord Zed back as the original Lord Zed when he was threatening, intimidating, and evil looking. So if you want them to continue to do the things that they were doing 31 years ago, then this franchise will never be taken seriously. The point I'm trying to make here is that if you want Power Rangers to be successful, you have to move away from the Sentai. And I get it. Sentai is what made Power Rangers famous in the first place. But as far as like creating original story goes, you're gonna have to move away from that to create your own original stories. I mean, you could pretty much do that with the Mighty Morphin reboot, retell the Day of the Dumpster episode, but make it mean something. Remake all of the episodes, but do it in an original way. No Japanese stock footage. You can add some violence, level it up, but make it mean something. I did a video on this a while back of what Jin Saku reported of what Netflix and Hasbro wanted to do with the reboot. And to be honest with you, I'm just sad that we never got this reboot off the ground. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I do believe that if you want to be a successful franchise, what you need to do is just be original. You can adapt the Sentai, but add your own original twist to it. Like much like how RPM was. Even though most of the footage was shot original, but they used less Japanese stock footage for important parts of the episode if it's more serialized. You don't always have to throw in the slapstick comedy and fart jokes and all that nonsense that we did not need. You know what I'm saying? That was all Saban. Like, he wanted to rehash Mighty Morphin with Samurai all the way up to Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury. With the whole "It's Morphin Time," the Go-Go Power Rangers thing, lyrics, like, that crap is gone. Even though Cosmic Fury, you know, they moved away from that, thank God. But they still, use the words "It's Morphin Time" when they morph. So what that means is that they're not away from Mighty Morphin. And I'm saying is that if you're gonna adapt Sentai, be your own original identity. You can still do that. But the problem is, Simon Bennett and them dip. They're no longer working on Power Rangers. But these are just some of my opinions of what I believe needs to happen if whoever picks up the IP, if they could just adapt the Sentai without using the footage. Don't just make it a kid show. Make it for all ages. Like, look at the MCU, for example. That and the DCU are the most popular ones. Like, they're watching some good DCEU films like Wonder Woman and Zack Snyder's the Snyder's Cut Justice League film. And then you got the MCU with Captain America movies, and now you got Deadpool and Wolverine. You got some good TV shows and some bad TV shows, but guess what? The MCU is more popular than Power Rangers, and that's the truth.